that all believe. Lights up the sea. That old house is gone. Your ruffled hair is gone too long, but we know how it goes. The face we know will come to show.
under an avalanche in hope. But you can be wild horses on that hill. You can be wild horses, you can stop that thrill, and you will. Before you get out on your one way, I got a ticket waiting for you under any name. You can be holy or Gola or anything, but whatever you choose, think yesterday happened just exactly as it did. You can't go back and undo it. You're not a dead end. Don't ever forget you're a living thing. Freedom is what you do it for, with what's been done to you. Before you lay down in this place, remember you can see a blackbird 1,000 ways. You can be a soldier, you can be the snow, under the boots of an army with miles to go. And you can be white horses on that hill. And you can be white horses, you can carry. But until yesterday happened just exactly as it did, you can't go back and undo it. You're not a dead end, don't ever forget. You are a body of work, you are a body of work, you are a body of work. You are electric, you are electric, you are electric. So sing it. You are a body of work, you are a body of work, you are a body of work. You are electric, you are electric, you are electric. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you. Freedom is what you do with what's been done to you.
I've been told that it's love, that it's danger, and giving you my heart would be painless. I know nothing will last forever. I still like the thought of being together.
Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. So that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. I tried carrying the weight of the world, but I only have two hands. Hope I get the chance to travel the world, but I don't have any plans. Wish that I could stay forever this young, not afraid to close my eyes. Life's a game made for everyone, and love is the prize. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. 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 I didn't know.
Living on love and libations, no complications. Living with no complications, while we're living on love. Living on love and libations. Every day's a celebration, a special occasion with our friends. Walking and talking, crying from laughing, feeling okay when I hear you singing. Don't say you're sorry, the love that you're bringing is bringing me on. They say that you can't get every little bit.
and ran far away from all the trouble I had caused with my two hands. Alone we traveled on with nothing but a shadow. We fled far away.
Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
Sleep until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
Some hit scars and some hit scratches. It made me wonder about their past. And as I looked around, I began to notice that we were nothing like the rest.
Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
Sleep until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
We sleep until the sun goes down. We sleep until the sun goes down.
We sleep until the sun goes down. Hold your horses now.
Sleep until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
Until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now.
Until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride. Hold your horses now.
Until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we ride.
Until the mountains sound.
Hold your horses now.
Until the sun goes down.
Through the woods we
We sleep until the sun goes down. We sleep until the sun goes down.
It's time to run. They'll string me up for all that I've done. I'm going soon. I'm gonna leave tonight by the light of the moon. I did it all for you. Well, I hope you know the lengths I've gone to. What's a man to say? They'll be looking for me. I should be on my way. I wanted everybody else in the world to know it. I wanted everyone to know you're the girl for me. I wanted everybody else in the world to know it. But I ain't never been loved to the life of me. I've no regrets. I will not ask for your forgiveness, nor your defense. Run away with me, it'll all make sense. I did it all for you. Don't burn me after all I've gone through. No time to rest. I'm gonna find me a life better way out west. I wanted everybody else in the world to know it. I wanted everyone to know you could go for me. I wanted everybody else in the world to know it. But I ain't never
for you. Well, I hope you live the life you want to. My time is spent, but baby, please don't tell them just where I went. I want everybody else in the world to know. I want everyone to know you're the girl for me. I want everybody else in the world to know. But I ain't never gonna let you take the life for me. I want everybody else in the world to know. I want everyone to know you're the girl for me. I want everybody else in the world to know. But I ain't never.
Oh me, oh my, how large a desire to run from the streets in only our sheets, kicking our shoes off and cling in heat. I would watch a bead of sweat drip down, tracing the curves of your soft frown. Follow the whim or follow the wool. 'Cause we should be swimming, going on into the night as if we were different. We should be swimming, oh we should be swimming, going on
blossoms falling from the cherry trees on pure ecstasy. And as we saw like Russian spies out after dark, deliberating board and spark in a hail of broken glass. You told me nothing built to last. And the night you a long time ago, and it goes something like this. I wouldn't mind dying at all if it weren't for the songs I miss. Oh, you is wasted on the young, on the young. I go outside, ask the air if it would like to hide. Take a deep breath, walk inside my prize. In my lungs I still feel young, but my body won't play along. I'm thinking this must not be where we belong. And the world split in two from the throng of every living soul, screaming at the top of their lungs, singing this is my word, but somehow we never get heard. There's just an echo from a lost and lonely world, and a day to survive being wrong for the rest of your life. From adulthood, no one survives. 10 billion feet pounding to the ground each week. Every secret, every burden they keep, each one's waiting on the chance to be lifted off the ground, but then to discover that we'll all be dust again. And a day to survive being wrong for the rest of your life. From adulthood,
thoughts. I sat, deafened by trust, on that sofa cross, quietly calculating the logistics of lust, of when unspoken things could then happen between us, and once all those were done and we got through to love, we would shoot from the hip, reacting off of the cuff, splitting up at the fork when the going got rough. They planned for a point to join on the road further up, our windows thin with ice carved its flowers. I would hold her, let the wind beat back those hours, and then standing on subway trains, clutching her dress, depending on her balance since the walls were useless. Well, it's alright to hold tight, don't try to hold on. It's a home run, we hit love as it's going gone, and the world turned so fast it was astoundingly still. And it must have been that moment made of midnight on the hill, right when the cataracts alley cat spat back at the moon, thrown out in the night time. 9 lifetimes too soon we had come such ways, and knew just what he meant as a picture of the three of us at the gate to the Garden of Eden. You can't get home, but you can't get in. Locks are like longing, an ever-changing thing, and keys just clouds made of metal and spark. We knew exactly who we were, and yet couldn't quite say who we still are. I saw it all happening in one grand epic sweep. From that first sight, we wouldn't get to sleep for a week. Generations would follow the course that we had charted from that sofa across. I couldn't wait to get started.
I will never take back what did I said that I will always come back to you. And even in the meantime, I will always stand by, mirror on the shelf. Call you in the nighttime, call you in the daytime, can't face up to you. 'Cause I hope we will never have to take back what was said in the night. I hope that I'll always have all eyes on you. Know that I will take what I can when you were there standing by, soft, smoking in the dead of night. All eyes on you. I will never take back words that I said that I always knew I'd come back to you. And even in the meantime, I will always stand by, mirror on the shelf. 'Cause I hope we will never have to take back what was said in the night. I hope that I'll always have all eyes on you. Know that I will take what I can when you were there standing by, soft, smoking in the dead of night. All eyes on you. I hope we will never have to take back what was said in the night. I hope that I'll always have all eyes on you. Know that I will take what I can when you were there standing by, soft, smoking in the dead of night. All eyes on you.
men and women gathered with all of their rights. You see those statues